So, what I saw in your practice is that you really want to stand up for the underdog, and that goes for these habitability cases. That's a fascinating topic to me. How did you get into that, and what are kind of like the biggest issues that you've seen for people fighting against, the Goliaths of that area?
Our habitability department is growing, it's thriving. We're literally the biggest habitability firm in the state,
Wow.
hands down. And it is a privilege to be able to help a lot of people that don't even know that they have a case, because unfortunately they don't. A lot of times people think that it's an inconvenience, but they don't know the rights that landlords have a duty to provide housing that is free of cockroaches and free of rats and mold and bed bugs and have a working heater. There's so many different things that these landlords are not fulfilling. And here in California, there's so many people that live in apartments or that rent a home. And so it is such a really big responsibility that we have here. How I got into that was a friend of mine used to work at a habitability firm, and he brought that up to me, and we discussed. And being that I was born and raised here, and that growing up, I rented. My parents, we lived in an apartment, and then we rented a house. So I was a tenant myself for a long time, and I know some of the things that these people go through. And I thought it was just honestly a no-brainer to open up a department that would be able to really, really help people out. Also, the fact that there's not that many firms out there that do a really good job. There's some firms out there that you'll see on billboards and they advertise that they do habitability, but they don't really take the time to really litigate. And what we do is we litigate, we take a lot of depositions, we send experts out, we send field investigators out, and we really, really work up the case to get the best results possible.
If somebody
And
is, for example, like in Section 8 housing, are they eligible as well?
they are. Anybody that rents is eligible. In LA and other cities here in California, there are additional tenant protections. So it makes it even worse for these landlords to do what they do. But you know what? They still operate as if they think there's no repercussions. And that's why we feel good about what we do, because we're here to stand up for everybody, whether it's Section 8 or whether it's a tenant that is paying 100% out of their own pocket. It doesn't matter. Everybody has the same rights as a tenant, and we enforce those rights vigorously.
How important is it for you to bring legal analysis and commentary to Spanish speaking people? And what do you do to make it digestible for the average person, like mine and your parents who are immigrants?
Right. That's a great question. Well, first off, I'm blessed to have been able to really learn Spanish. It was my first language. And so I practiced it all my life, and it's allowed me the opportunity to do a lot of TV, national, local, and on different states, networks. And it allows me to really be able to provide to Spanish speaking people really good legal advice. And not only advice, it's more of legal commentary. Because I think the message that a lot of times the Spanish speaking community can get from attorneys on TV may not be 100% correct. It may be misguided. And so I feel it's a very big honor and privilege to be able to give the community, anybody who sees me, really good legal commentary that is backed by research, that is backed by my own experience, instead of, I think, what is out there a lot, which is, like I said, not necessarily correct legal commentary.
A lot of criminal attorneys may not know, but if they refer cases to you, is that a way that they can make a supplemental income through referral fees? And how does that work?
We give great referral fees to attorneys that refer cases to us. Any attorney here in California can send us a case, and we would give them a referral. We would have them sign a referral form that the clients need to sign as well. It's pursuant to the state bar. It's a form, a 1.5.1 form that lets the client know that we're splitting fees with somebody else. And that's also a way to let the referring attorney know that the agreement that we're doing is above board and we're going to be paying them, because that's one of the things that I hear from other attorneys, that they've referred cases to other firms and they don't get fully paid or they don't get paid at all. And with an agreement like that, you know it's above board. And so we get referrals from all types of attorneys. We get a lot of referrals from members of the Ccba that send us their cases, and they get paid tens and tens of thousands of dollars. We've had some attorneys that get paid a couple $100,000. And so it is really good. It's really profitable. There are some attorneys, they make a living just by referring cases to different attorneys in different areas of law. And as long as you have a really good understanding with the referring attorney, then you can just sit back as a referring attorney and just wait until the case is done, and you get a referral fee at the end of the case. But we're very transparent. Whenever referring attorneys ask us about cases, we're more than happy to let them know what's going on. I also like to tell the attorneys up front how they prefer to be updated. Some attorneys are like, don't worry about that. Just tell me when the case is done and send me my check, and that's good. There's other attorneys that want to be kind of like filled in like every 3 months, every 6 months, and we're fine with that. So it goes to show we like to be transparent.